All right, y'all. Zatima season 2, episodes 1 and 2. Let's get into this recap. Okay, so boom. Episode 1 starts and we got action. Zach and Fatima in the shower getting it in. No lacking. Okay. So they done and Fatima is just over it. She tell him that she need to talk to him. But he ain't trying to talk. You know, he at a vulnerable state right now. So he don't want to talk. So she like, no, we need to talk. So he like, what you want to talk about? How you snitched on Nathan? How you beat up Deja? Like, what you want to talk about? So now she don't want to talk no more because that ain't what she want to talk about. So he was like, why every time you want to talk, I got to stop what I'm doing to talk about it. But every time I want to talk to you, you got to process it. And she was like, I'm processing it, right? So she was telling him that they having too much sex. She loved the sex, but it's becoming a little too much. And my baby daddy is not trying to hear that because at this point, he has turned into a sex machine. And Fatima cannot keep up with the keep up. So they are out of the shower. They are fully dressed after they got done doing the ooh-wah pop. And Zach want to know what's good. Like, why Fatima don't want to have sex with him? And Fatima think that he got a sex problem. And she said that he needs to see a doctor because he scheduled a nap with her so they can cuddle, but he really just wanted to have sex. Child, let that man do what he want to do, because if you don't, I will. Now, Zach still want to talk to Fatima about her snitching on Nathan, because y'all know Nathan was cheating on his wife at their house in a hot tub. And Fatima told his wife to go to the backyard, and she called him and the girl. And then Fatima beat up Deja, pulled her out the hot tub, as she should. So Zach want to talk about that, which I don't know why we need to talk about that. It was what it was. It happened. Point blank, simple, period. Neither one of them should have been in that house, because what bills do they pay? I'm confused. Now, speaking of Deja, homegirl still ain't learned her lesson. Zach and Fatima leaving to get their day started, and Shorty is outside in the back of an ambulance talking about her neck, her back, and her back, child. She says she is so hurt and so tore up because Fatima done drug her out this hot tub. So Fatima like, girl, you need to chill because it could be worse. Let's go, Zach. Get in the car. And Zach don't want to leave Fatima out there because of what Fatima did to the girl already, and she ain't trying to leave Zach out there because the girl want to sleep with Zach. So Fatima get in the car and she leaves, and Zach is telling her like, look, you need to chill out. And she said that she is in a lot of pain, that he needs to get his dog on a leash. And he told her, don't talk about my girl like that, because if I really let her loose, you're gonna need more than an ambulance. And that's on what? Mary and her little lamb. So Zach getting in his car, he getting ready to leave, and Shorty is sitting here yelling, talking about, look at my bruises, you can't leave me like this, look at the bruises on my back, on my inner thighs, on my coochie. Girl, you are a stripper. We've seen it before. And baby, he got in his car and left because he don't want that. And Fatima spun the block to make sure he was gone, as she should, because if he was still there, Deja was gonna need more than an ambulance. Zach is at the office looking like he looking like good cooking, and he runs into Bryce. Yes, the Bryce that tried to kiss him. And Bryce is like, hey Zach, can we talk? And Zach is like, no, I don't feel like talking. So Bryce is like, okay, did you and Fatima cancel dinner plans with me and Angela because of what happened? And Zach was like, no. So he was like, okay, well, can we talk later, just in case you want to part ways after we done with these business ventures? And Zach was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So Bryce was like, okay. So my baby daddy was going to his office, right? But he had something sizzling in his spirit, okay? He had something on his heart that he needed to say. So he looked at Bryce and he told Bryce, you betrayed me. You betrayed me because we was friends, and the whole time you was thinking about having sex with me. And Bryce said that it was not like that. He was not thinking about that the whole time. He was just caught up in the moment. And Zach said that he broke the code. He could have told him that he liked man. And Bryce said that he didn't tell Zach because he didn't think Zach would accept him. And Zach was like, bro, we grown as hell. I do not care who you sleep with, but don't be walking up on me trying to kiss up on me. Now I got to worry about what your intentions are. And Bryce is just apologizing till he blue in the face. And Zach is just like, yeah, okay. He is over it. I'm over it. Cut ties with him, baby daddy, because he looking at you like I be looking at you, and I fight niggas too. Fatima made it to work, and she was talking to Angela. Yeah, her. And Angela said that she cut Bryce off. She ain't talked to him in a week because she like her man straight, which, okay, sis. And Fatima just started spilling all her tea, telling her how the baby is Zach's, how Zach want to have sex all the time. She's starting to think something wrong with her because the sex is so amazing. But they had sex 4 to 6 times a day, and Zach keep on going for hours. Now Angela, oh girl, she get on my nerves. She gonna say, well, if that's his sexual appetite, it's no wonder one woman couldn't keep him satisfied. Whew, Lord Jesus. And then she gonna tell Fatima that she need to fix that before he cheat on her, basically. Girl, worry about your nigga that like niggas. Why you over here worried about us? We know what Zach like. We know what he want because he getting it 4 to 6 times a day. What Bryce doing? So my baby daddy is getting a haircut. You know he gotta keep looking like a cooking. And Nathan came to the barbershop. And the barber went in on Nathan and told him, like, boy, why you trying to mess up Zach's happiness? Just because you miserable don't mean he gonna be miserable. Like, let him be in love and be happy, period. So then Tony had came and he was asking Nathan, did he apologize to Zach for using his hot tub and having a girl in there? And Nathan said that he don't feel like he needs to apologize to Zach. Zach needs to apologize to him because Fatima ruined the fun. And he said that Fatima is a trip and him and Zach done a lot of stuff together, and the hot tub should have been the least of Zach's worries. Now, Zach ain't paying him no mind. He is ignoring him, ain't talking to him. And baby, Zach brother Jeremiah pops up in the shop. And he telling Zach that his mama, they mama, want him to come and see her. And Zach like, what about what you told her? And Jeremiah said, why is you acting like this? I done did time for you. So the brother was in prison for something Zach did. So then Jeremiah phone rings and it's the mama. And he was telling the mama that Zach was coming to see her. So he gave Zach the phone. And Zach didn't really want to talk, but he was talking. And Tony walks over to tell Jeremiah to put out his cigar, weed, whatever he had. And he was like, don't disrespect the shop, like put it out. And Jeremiah told him, fuck him in the shop. So he was trying to walk up on Jeremiah and Zach was like, baby, this ain't what you want. So he gets done talking to his mama and Jeremiah was like, you need to go see mama. So Zach was like, okay, cool. So he told his brother, like, don't smoke in the shop. Don't be disrespectful. And he was like, fuck your boy in the shop. And he left. Baby, it's giving murderer. That's what it's giving. He's not to be messed with. And my baby daddy seemed like he a little bit scared of him if we gonna keep it all the way real. So I need to know more about Jeremiah. Like, what you got going on? What you been through in life? So Fatima and negative Nancy Angela leaving work. And Fatima see that she got a flat tire. So Angela instantly think that somebody slashed the tire. And Fatima like, girl, it's just a nail in the tire. Ain't nobody slash it. If it was anybody, it would have been Belinda or Hayden. But Hayden ain't messing with me no more. He learns his lesson. Girl, what lesson was that? Because we didn't see it on Sisters. But okay, anyway. So Fatima goes to change her tire. And Angela was like, shouldn't you be calling Zach to do that? Like, Ian used to always say that you didn't need him for nothing. Why we talking about this nigga? So Fatima like, girl, really? Like, if I need Zach, I will call him. My expectations are very low, which why I don't understand. So Angela was like, you deserve a man that's going to take out the trash and change a tire for you. If Fatima said that if she got to be submissive and cook and clean to get her nigga to do what she need him to do, then she not going to do it, even though she already cooks and cleans. Okay, I'm so confused by that conversation because she act like Zach don't pull his own weight. Like, girl, he would have came and changed your goddamn tire, and I'm sure he takes the trash out. Anyway, this construction dude named Paul is coming down the stairs, right? And he like, oh, do you need help? And Fatima like, no, I'm good. I got it. And he is just being real flirtatious. He already know her and Angela name, child. And he is telling her like, oh, you need a new tire. I can have my homeboy bring a tire tomorrow and I can fix it for you. Flirting. If Fatima like, nah, it's good, I just called my fiance. And he convinced her to let him take care of the child. And Angela just sitting there trying to thought and bop. He not looking at you, sis. He looking at Fatima. He don't want you. Go get Bryce. Go find him. Stop playing with us. So she let the man change her tire. Well, he gonna change it later on. He ain't change it that night. And she got to ride home with Angela. We already know this nigga Paul finna be a problem. So she finally made it home, and my baby daddy was waiting on her at the door. He like, baby, why you sitting down? Let's go upstairs. So she like, go upstairs for what? Girl, you know what he want to go upstairs for? He want to ooh-wah bop, right? So she was like, baby, no, sit down. We need to talk. And she told him like, baby, this too much. You need a side chick. And my baby daddy was like, what? A side chick? What you talking about, Willis? And that's where we left off with episode 1. So we finna finna get into episode 2. So episode 2 starts, and my baby daddy is all types of confused. He think that Fatima is capping about this side chick. So he like, you want to see other people? Who is the dude that you trying to see? Because you trying to get me to see somebody, so you must be trying to see somebody. So she like, what? I just want you to pace yourself. So she like, I got you a side chick. I picked one out. It's in the car. Let me go get her. So he's sitting there nervous, like, okay, what's going on? So she came in and gave him his side chick, and it was a toy. And he don't want it. He was like, why would I do that when I can do you? And she said, because it's too much. She said that he need to go and get in the shower, put some warm water in his side chick, and get busy. And he told her that before he proposed to her, she was thotting it out whenever he wanted it, but now she don't want to do it. And Fatima says she finna have dinner, and then she is going to bed. So they have a dinner, and Zach is really quiet at the dinner table. He said that dinner was a fail, the sex toy was a fail, and he told her that he had seen Bryce, and he was like, yeah, that was a fail too. So she like, you know, you're gonna have to talk to him eventually. And he was like, yeah, I know, but okay. So then he was telling her that he talked to his mama and that she wanted him to come and see her. So she was like, well, you should. So then she told him about the dude Paul trying to help her do stuff, and he got mad, and he was like, why you never call me and ask me to do stuff? Why you never let me do stuff? So she was like, just like that, you mad? And he was like, I'm not upset. So he asked her, like, how long you gonna make me wait for it? Now he back on sex. And she said, you just need to chill, like, it's too much. And he was like, okay, but is the D good? Did I do something wrong? And she was like, no, I just never had a man who wanted it this much. She need a break. And he was like, what happens when you start law school? We ain't gonna have time for sex. Ever since you got me, it seemed like you changing. And she was like, I'm not changing. It's been like this for a minute. I just thought it would stop by now. And he said that that's not fair. Saved by Jeremiah, because he is calling to see where Zach at, because he supposed to go see the mama. And Fatima was like, you should go see your mama. You never talk about your mama. And he said that he don't talk about his mama because she is an effed up person. She let a lot of bad stuff happen to him. And now that he got money, she want to come around. And she don't give a shit about him. And Fatima was like, well, you need to see her. If something happens, you want to be able to say your piece. Like, that's still your mama. And she offered to go with him, and he was like, no, you and my mama together, that's gonna be bad. So he like, okay, so when I'm gonna meet your parents? Baby, Fatima ain't even told her parents about Zach, and they already engaged. She said she gonna see her parents over the weekend, and she gonna tell them in person. Fatima got strict parents, and yeah. So he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and see my mama. So he went to go see his mama. Baby, he went to go see his mama with his brother and walked right past her, didn't even recognize who she was. And she said that somebody told her that he bought a house, and she was just wondering if he had any room in his house for her because she finna get put out. So Jeremiah was like, yeah, it's enough room. And him and Zach kind of getting into it, and the mama is like, stop, he went to jail for you. And Zach was like, yeah, he not gonna never let me forget it. So Jeremiah was like, why we effing with this nigga, ma? And Zach was like, nigga, you wanted me to come. And his mama was like, you got the nastiest attitude, why do you treat me like this? And Zach was like, are you serious? And she was like, I did the best I could. And he was like, all right, Gladys. And she was like, don't be disrespectful, I was slap this out of you. And he was like, okay. And she was like, I just wanted to see you. And now his brother is on the side selling his drugs or whatever, right? And he was like, see, that's why y'all getting put out. I gave y'all money, what you do with it? Baby, she said that that money is gone because she got a problem and she couldn't help it. So basically, mama done smoked up all of the money. So now she asking him if he can help his brother get a truck to start his business. And he like, I thought you ain't want nothing. So she was like, I heard you got a bougie girlfriend and you bought her a nice new car. Don't forget about your family. Without us, you wouldn't be nothing. So Zach was like, what you do for me being in and out of foster home, get beat for breathing? Ooh, baby, heavy. And she was like, you think I wanted that? And he was like, I gotta go, ain't nothing for me here. And she was like, well, let me hold some money, I need groceries. And he was like, okay, well, I'll take you to the grocery store. And she like, no, just give me the money. He was like, no, I'll take you to the store. So baby, he ends up taking her to the store, and she like, give me $100 and just trust me. And he was like, no, I'm going in with you. Anyway, he gave her the $100. They went into the store. Now he got sidetracked because Fatima had called him and his mama had dipped off. So then this girl, his ex, Connie, came over talking to him, and he on the phone with Fatima, and he like, oh, okay, baby, bye, I love you. And she is talking about how she ain't had sex like that since the last time they had sex, how he was crazy about her, had his thing getting hard, and he like, baby, I'm engaged now, I got to go. And she was like, okay, I know you miss me, the D miss me. And Zach is like, okay. So now he walking around the store looking for his mama, and all he found was her shopping cart empty. Mama is gone. She done took that $100 and dipped. Now y'all, it was the last scene that did it for me. Let me get it together. Hold on. So Fatima is on the phone talking to Angela, and they was talking about her avoiding Bryce. We don't care. And then they was talking about Paul. We don't care. So she looks out the window and she sees Zach is in the car. He's sitting there. So she was like, okay, let me go down there and see what's going on with him, right? She go down there. My baby daddy is sitting outside in the car, and he don't want to talk. So he was like, I'll be inside in a minute. And he is emotional. He's crying, and he like, Fatima, do you love me? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. Like, do you think you need to talk to somebody? And he was like, when your own mama don't give a shit about you. And he couldn't even finish his sentence. So Fatima was like, well, I'm not her, and I'm not the things that she did to you. And she said that she gonna find him a therapist. She was like, we talking about starting a family and spending the rest of our lives together. Like, we need all the tools so we can get through this and be okay. So he want to stay in the car. And he was like, go upstairs. I know you got to get up in the morning. And she was like, I'm not leaving you. And Zach was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. He was like, she left me when I was 6 at a gas station, and I couldn't find her, and I was looking for her, and I got lost, and I went to the back, and I seen her giving a truck driver head, and I was calling for her, and she didn't even stop when she heard me saying mommy. And then she left me again today at the grocery store. And I was like, oh, wow. If Fatima was just holding him, because I couldn't do it. Oh, I lost it. Baby, this season is finna be good. They are not just trying to be funny. Last season was very mid. They going into more depth this season. The family life. We learning their backstories. Like, it's gonna be a good season, and baby, we gonna recap it together. But anyway, y'all, that was that on that. I will be back next week to do a recap to episodes 3 and 4, so come back for that. In the meantime, between time, watch the videos for my other shows, like, comment, subscribe. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section below. Also follow me on all my social medias. They will be in the description box down below. And yeah, it's your girl Sydney Renee, and I am out of here, y'all. Peace.